Alright, and welcome back. Got ourselves another game to watch. This time it is a Battle Cup game. Do I know this person? Pink Panda. I thought I did. Seems like a familiar name, like something I know. Let's take a look. One side we've got Queen of Pain, Warlock, Anti-Mage again, Dark Willow, and Tide Hunter. But on the other side, Jug mid, maybe? Lifestealer top, Timber Sub off lane, Tusk top, Dazzle top. So let's see. Let's see what we're able to do here. Is this guy's name is Murdoch. I already love him already. I hope to God that is the Murdoch reference of Gorillaz, and he also likes the band, because I like the band. I love the band. Their new album, The Now is amazing. To the point where I got the vinyl. Very fun. I like it. And yes, I do. I actually have a record player. So this is a Battle Cup game. I don't know if this was a final. Not sure what the deal is here. But we'll take a look. As it's gonna be okay, 2 bounty runes apiece. So not the worst thing in the world for either side. We're still pretty even. Starting this game, there's an okay ward here. We'll see this little side area if anybody does come to gank. As well as this camp over here if they do look to stack, but I don't think they will with the Tide Hunter.
Just what I was waiting for.
Because he can get Anchor Smash and Crack and Chill and then start to just go to town and take those stacks. So I don't think that's really the play. Triple tri-lane here for the Radiant side against the level 1 Timber Saw. He's going to have to be very careful. Bramble Maze does root him up. But with the Timber Chain, he's able to get past it. However, he is going to be pushed out of lane pretty heavily. So that pushes Timber Saw pretty far out of lane. He ends up, I believe, salving up, coming back over. With that, he's back at full health. He'll try to stay there, but it's going to be difficult. Especially just going to have Shadow Word on him all the time. And Tide Hunter, low top. Ice Shards are unfortunately going to push him away. And Tide Hunter will survive through that. And now we'll hit level 2. So the lane gets a little bit easier when he's getting this Kraken Shell and getting the Anchor Smash up there. So we'll see. Shadow Word out here onto the Timber Saw. He's trying to get level 2. Pick up the reactive armor, but now he's been spotted. Shadow Word placed on him again, trying to run away. Blink is not up for another 8 seconds, and he does end up getting low, but picks up the reactive armor. So Anti-Mage will only make it easier for him to survive if he just hits him. So the off-laners' lives are getting a little bit easier. They're not easy by any means. That's why this is off-lane used to be known as the hard lane. But we'll see how this ends up going. Okay, Lifestealer's in the jungle. I don't know how I feel about that. That seems a little bit off to me. They're giving Tusk lane priority with Lifestealer in the jungle. I just don't know. I don't know if that's like the best play here. And now Timber Saw's actually gotten to level 3, and Tide should be level 3 as well. I mean, he's had an easy time so far, and we'll end up spotting that the Lifestealer's in the jungle. And once you have this information that the Lifestealer's in the jungle, things can become a little bit easier. You ward him deep. You could make rotations with the Dark Willow as well as the Warlock and the Tide. And all of a sudden, Lifestealer's farm is going to suffer. So he's in the jungle, I guess, because he has 2,000 ping. So he's just kind of auto-attacking away, making sure he survives. And Lifestealer is a hero that can do that, by all means. But we'll see how much that does hurt the Dire, to be quite honest. Having him this far behind.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He's level 2, picks up a Quelling Blade, and uses that money to get a salve. It just doesn't seem very practical to have him there, and I understand his situation now if it is true, but we'll see. Anti-Mage farming up a Storm over here, 26 and 5. Again, compare that to the 15 and 0 of the Lifestealer, and things are not easy. Tusk is 19 and 6, so at least he's got farm. I mean, we'll see if he transitions into some sort of core role, where maybe they go heavy onto the Walrus Punch crit or something like that. We'll see. Ooh, Bramble Maze comes out. Cursed Crown, run away from him, Tusk, not with him. Now you're both stunned up. Shadow Realm Strike hits onto the Dazzle. Will be first blood here for the Dark Willow. They bring over the Jug, Shadower to try and keep the Tide alive, but Blade Fury is too much to handle, and now this is going to be the Warlock next. Luckily enough for him at the moment, they don't have Snowball or Ice Shards. I don't think he knows that, and thinks maybe they're just buying their time, but with the Snowball and one more shot, Jug will get the double kill, so those rotations very crucial because of where Lifestealer's at in the position like this.
Middle tower is under attack.
Tusk grabs himself level 5, which is immaculate for him. So we'll see what he's in. This Tusk is just... I almost think this might be a game where Tusk all of a sudden somehow goes off. But we'll see. It would be interesting to see. Blink forward with the Fatal Bonds on a Pink Panda. 2 bounty runes picked up here by the Dark Willow. Phase boots for the Tusk, so we'll see. I want to see what situation he ends up in. This is what, honestly, interests me the most, and how this will affect the game. I think with the Lifestealer not really getting much farm, it's not going to be a fun time. Really at all.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And, Sonic Wave as well as the blink forward and the double damage. Queen of Pain sets up there to get himself one. Should probably find a second if he wanted to be aggressive onto the Dazzle. He doesn't exactly have vision or the blink yet. But he's got double damage. I don't really understand the point of not going in on something like this. Shadow Wave gets him low, and we'll have the blink to get out. But Tusk is here. How long are you willing to stay? Now you've got the mana. Snowball comes out. Ice Shards follows it up, and short again on this Tide, who's now, you were level 5 and level 3 on the Tide, and now he's level 6, and you're level 5 on the Tusk. So things have changed quite quickly, to be quite honest. This leaves Anti-Mage with an easy lane to try and get this Battle Fury. That game before, by the way, was probably 5 months old. This game now is like a month old, maybe less, and like nothing has changed with the Anti-Mage Battle Fury. Treads into Battle Fury. Zero doesn't change, ever. Cursed Crown should put the Bramble Maze on top of it. It actually doesn't have it. It has Shadow Realm Strike. I don't know why you don't just use that, charge that up, and go for the hit. With Mana Void, I could get a kill instead of Lex. Okay. He ends up surviving here because he's got 15 reactive armor off that. They chased him all the way down like that, and that doesn't even work for him.
Regeneration.
Pain grabs a bottle.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
As well as a regen rune. I want to see where this Tusk goes, as he's level 6. So What he should do, I mean, he could take the 40% XP gain. I think if he's farming, yes, the 90 gold is great, but getting those levels might be, you know, important. Again, they go after this timber saw. Unable to really kill him either. Fury. Slash available on this jug. And his farm is okay, considering the fact that he was mid. Does have this healing ward to work with. Bottle here with treads for the Queen of Pain going into the Orchid next. Jug. Phase boots a kilo. Lifestealer in the jungle with phase boots. So, there's that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So Tusk going for nothing specific yet. I think he's almost waiting to see where the Lifestealer is and how long he can hold on to this gold. Tide picks up this bounty rune. Warlock, he comes over to try and help the Tide Hunter. Omni Slash right onto him, gets the kill. Sonic Wave hits on 3. Shards come out onto the Quap, and now double kill for the Jug. Backing off is the Queen of Pain. And thinking about going back in onto this Jug with the Scream and not a lot of mana, but the TP out. And he's able to make it back to base. But 2 kills there again for the Jug. And Tide involved. So 0-1 and 4. 1200 gold saved up. You could just go for the Walrus Kick. Who cares? You know? What you could do is just build heavy on the damage and then go for the crit. Plus 100% Walrus Punch crit. Go like Silver Edge or Blink Dagger or something. That would be, I mean, that's a 450% crit on a 12 second cooldown. And if you have the damage to support that kind of habit, it'll be interesting to see, that's for sure. The slowest S and Y in existence from Lifestealer. He is still just jungling. Timber Saw. Almost killing the anti-mage.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower.
Snowball on the Warlock. There's the Walrus Punch, and with the Jug, another kill there. And that hit relatively hard. I mean, the Walrus Punch there, it's crazy. I need to look something up really cool for this game. Because we never see it. We rarely see a Tusk who's going to be in a core roll.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Shards come out, the TP in from the Dark Will with the Tide, who has himself Ravage. Blade Fury is used, Shadow Realm Strike. Bramble Maze keeps him close. They'll look for the Terrorize, hits onto the Dazzle. No Ravage used, and Tusk still sitting nearby. They have the Vision. There's the Snowball, hitting him hard. Look for the Walrus Punch, finds it, gets the kill. Shadow Word onto the Dazzle with the Omni Slash. They still don't use the Ravage, so they get the kill there. That's going to be 2. Look for this Warlock. Walrus Punch, 25 seconds away. Won't grab it. So, basically, what that last talent does, 12% chance of Walrus Punch, is you've got 0% chance of it hitting without it toggled. Now, all of a sudden, at level 25, you're telling me you have Spirit Breaker chances, a little bit less, but Spirit Breaker chances of just critting for 450 with a Walrus Punch? That's okay. Now that he's got this Blink Dagger, he's got to go damage, right? Like, that's the play.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
mean, go Shadow Blade, go Silver Edge, go, you know, go straight Daedalus. I want to see it. I just want to see the damage. I want to see what's coming up next. Over bottom, Pink Panda gets taken out. Bramble Maze was used as well as the Mana Void. Still going for the Battle Fury is the Anti-Mage. I believe the Demon Edge is now on the Courier. And he will be picking up the Void Stone soon. Rod of Atos. I don't like the call, personally. I want to see a Tusk go straight 450% crit, 12% chance every 12 seconds. No. Guaranteed every 12 seconds with a 12% chance of hitting when he's not swinging. So why not go something like attack speed? I'm just theory crafting here. Just heavy attack speed, heavy damage. Go for that too. Snowball. Looking for it on the Anti-Mage. Does find it. Has the Water Sponge to follow this up. Starts to hit away, but there's the blink out. They look for the Warlock. Blink over with the Walrus Punch. Terrorize. Chases them away, and Warlock is able to just TP out. Meanwhile, Lifestealer does finish the Sanj, needs the Yasha now, but this is, again, a Lifestealer just farming the jungle. Why not? This is an interesting game in that aspect, so why not? Anti-Mage. I don't understand this move. There's the Snowball. Ice Shards. Oh, just blinks away. 33 health. Runs it all the way out. Somehow able to walk it out. And now the one in trouble is the Timbersaw. Shards come through. Does make a little bit of space there, but they've got the blink available. Ravage on hold. On hold. There it is. On to 3. Still nobody dead. Dazzle should be the one who dies, but now they're coming in with the Whirling Death. There is the Cursed Crown. They finally kill off the Timbersaw, and now they're looking for the sweet, sweet leftovers.
Structures are fortified.
Chaotic Offering was used, and ooh, Shadow Wave. That was clutch shards that came through to keep him alive. Get to the shrine, please. They walk the other way. There's the Gush to slow him down. Shadow Wave one more time, and the Anchor Smash gets the kill. So they finally chase down 2, but while that's all well and good, your tier 2 mid is gone, and Jugs picked it up. He's also got himself the Diffusal Blade, as well as 1,200 more gold. They're up 3,000 net worth, so things are nice. Yasha next here for the Lifestealer.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He does go for that Bracer, so commits to the Rod of AOE 2000, or AUI 2000. Snowball pulls in the Timber. There's the Walrus Punch. Punched off the face of the earth is the Warlock. And there's the Terrorize. Just to fear him away. This is just opening up so much space for the Jug, to be quite honest. And no more omnipresence of the Ravage, so they really don't have to worry. Running away will be this Tide, and oops. Omnislash comes out onto the Dark Willow to get that kill. Under this tower, it's a little bit of trouble. Tries for the Timber Chain, no tree there. Whirling Death, it will land. Here comes the Jug, but with the Ice Shards, Tusk will grab the kill. And he's trying to get away. He hasn't taken a talent yet, and actually ends up taking the 90 gold per minute. So we'll see how that ends up working for him. Again, the 40% XP to me gets him to this as quickly as possible, gets him to that as quickly as possible. Maybe gets him to the snowball damage if that's the direction he wants to go. And Bedlam right on top. Cursed Crown as well as the Upheaval. Shellgrave was used and the slow is there, so they might be able to get a couple of pickings, maybe just one. There's the Weave on top. Gush hits and the chase is on. Meanwhile, top Anti-Mage is just pushing away. Ravage used again, and oof. Curse Crowd stops him in his tracks with a Sonic Wave. Double kill here for the Queen of Pain. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage just pushing towards this tier 2 going down. The Manta style has the Battle Fury. Picks up the attack speed. Quap picks up the strength. Tide picks up the gush damage, which is a lot. 340 level 4, not bad. So the Rod of Atos is almost done. Jug, meanwhile, Blink Dagger for him. Silence up by the Orchid. Gudabon's on top of him as well, but there's the Walrus Punch to blink away, but here's the Snowball on top of that with the Ice Shards. Doesn't get the kill, and now they have Weave with Omni-Slash ready. They'll go over towards bottom. They want this Anti-Mage. He's got a level 4 blink. This is going to be tough. Infest is out, and with Timber showing himself, into the trees he goes. Chakram used, blink on forward, needs to find that Infest. Snowball, as he blinks away, this should be a kill, and will be. The Tusk gets it. I mean, the Snowball in there with the Walrus Punch makes this very hard for Anti-Mage to get away. It's a big kill, 5,000 net worth lead. Top of the net worth is the Jug, followed by the Anti-Mage and the Queen of Pain. But again, Anti-Mage is the one who's going to be able to rat out this game. So have to be careful on the Dire side and seeing how long they want to let it go.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Tusk will find the Rod of AY
Dire's
2000
middle tower is under
in
attack.
just a moment. Has enough for the recipe. That
Radiant's
root will
bottom
be
tower
very
is under
important
attack.
on the Anti-Mage, and I didn't like it at first. I do think about it, and I kind of agree with it. I was more just being a fanboy on what I wanted, and that was just the damage build. First Crown, Shallow Grave, Omni-Slash on top of the Dark Will, but into the Shadow Realm, so not really doing much of anything. Blade Fury past the Upheaval, and wow, Warlock really making this tough just with a little bit of health. There's the Ravage, there's the Chaotic Offering. Down goes Tusk, Jug, Dazzle, could be 4 if they do kill the Timber. They lose both this Tide as well as the Warlock to the Timber, so he's trying to run away, has the Chakram. Timber Chain the opposite direction, Curse Crown on top, and he will end up dropping. Meanwhile, Lifestealer is in the jungle. That is a big win there for the Radiant side. And that was a nice team fight coming through. Ravage, Chaotic Offering, hitting on plenty.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Tis mine.
So, Anti-Mage
Dire's bottom tower is
has
under
enough for the ulti orb. Soon to have the full Manta style. And the game is even. Anti-Mage takes the lead in terms of net worth. Queen of Pain looking for the Lincoln Sphere. Warlock, as well as the Dazzle. Some decent farm. He's got Midas. And now he buys out in the Rod of Atos, which was odd that he didn't before he died. It was just a recipe. So now you wonder what's next for the Tusk, who sits mid-range, actually behind the Lifestealer, who spent the entire time in the jungle. Somehow has kept up with the Tusk. Radiance, so not gonna go to whatever he was building before. I'm already blanking on that, and we'll end up going. Oh, bad bounces to the creeps. Looks for the Omni Slash onto the Warlock, and we'll be going into the Radiance as the Lifestealer. There's the Yules into the Bramble Maze, looking for the Terrorizer, but the Blade Fury keeps him immune to that. Shellgrave comes out as well as the Cursed Crown. He's trying to get out of here, but everybody's ready. There's Cursed Crown, Sonic Wave. Dead is the Jug. 2 kills here for the Radiant, and I think this is in the hands of the Radiant this game. As long as Dire don't let it go. And unfortunately, they had to deal with Lifestealer and his ping in the jungle. And with that, the game just gets that much harder.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Goes for the Lifestealer. Locks here. Shards block him out. And over towards top. Timber in a lot of trouble. Yules, Bedlam, Bramble Maze, Cursed Crown. I mean, this is the power of a Dark Willow. A position for Dark Willow, might I add. And, whew! There comes the Anti-Mage to finish that off with the Mana Void.
Worthy tribute.
Absolutely disgusting. And then Tide dies bottom.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Orchid comes through. Onto the Dazzle, uses the Glimmer Cape as the dagger on him. Or the Shadow Strike, which is a poisoned dagger. If you didn't know. Almost having this relic. I mean, since level 15, or not since level 15, but the last 5 minutes, I'd say the Lifestealer has now all of a sudden felt the ability to kind of farm in other places that aren't just the jungle. And he's built up quite a bit of farm. And the difference here is pretty substantial. Comes down to 2 heroes for the Radiant if they're able to pull it off. Oh, blinks in, gets the shards, but now needs the snowball if he wants to make a move. Unfortunately, can't. There's the Aegis picked up. Snowball hits. Walrus Punch, Chakram. There's the kill on the Co-op. So this could all of a sudden be a fight going the way of the Dire as they take out the Warlock, and they're looking for more. Dark Willow forced to run away. The Yules comes down to the Timber Saw with the Tide Hunter here. Terrorized, but it's not going to matter as the Blade Fury shards are perfect. 3 kills. 3 nice kills, and Creeps pushing into the tier 3. For the most part, this game has been a 4-on-5, with the Lifestealer not participating in much of anything. Yeah, he does have 1 kill, and he was in the jungle, and has been in the jungle for the majority of this game. But somehow Dire have held on, and this game is close. Bottom, Walrus Punch onto the Tide. Doesn't want to be forced to use the Ravage. Snowball comes out. Open wounds. Force Staff away. But the blink forward into the Silence. Now Tusk in a lot of trouble as the Ravage comes through and hits on the Tusk. Avoided thanks to the rage of this Lifestealer, but it does not look like he's getting out. Sonic Wave will get the kill. Doesn't even buy the Relic. And while that is happening, over towards mid, this is problem for the Dire once again with the Glimmer Cape. Bedlam right on top. Mana Void to hit this Timber Saw. That's going to be 3, and here comes the 4th. Timber is down to the Queen of Pain.
Illusion.
2,000 net worth lead here for the Radiant as they take a good fight. Not losing anything for 4. Sure. Nice little exchange going on. 30 damage, 20 attack speed. Reactive armor stacks. Spell amp. And then 25 attack speed and 20 movement speed for the other side. Anti-mage, he's level 20. Goes for the blink uncontrollable illusion. 2.5 second on the blink is no joke. I mean, 3.5 second cooldown. In, out, in, out. That's how you do it. Queen of Pain with the cooldown reduction. This will be next here for the anti-mage. Silence on the tusk. The chase is here with the dagger or the shadow strike, as people will probably complain about me not calling it.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under
On the
attack.
slash with the infest there too. Tries to get Force Staffed away. There's the Blade Fury. That's gonna pop this Life Stealer out, and now he's silenced. That's two. Easily done there.
Radiant's top tower
Nice
is
chunk
under
of kills
attack.
coming out for the Radiant. They really should finish off this game soon. 60%
Radiant's top
XP gain.
Dire's
My
middle
God.
tower is under attack.
I think the Axe is
Radiant's top
almost
tower is
done.
under attack.
Or, I don't know, just buying piece by piece without a Q-do.
Radiant structures are
They'll take the
fortified.
tier 3, they'll take the mid set of racks, most
Dire's
likely.
middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks.
Do they just go for the finish?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Not tied, Timber, all of a sudden. Havoc offering Abyssal Blade onto the Timber Saw, and he denies himself. Almost dying as the Warlock, but they take the tier 3. That's important.
That's nice.
You do lose the racks over towards mid, but
I almost trust you.
Worthy tribute.
Dark light.
Dazzle doesn't have much of anything. He sits bottom of net worth. This Dark Will going for the Spirit Vessel. Tusk. I mean, Solar Crest minus armor. Did go snowball damage. I mean, that 100% Walrus Punch crit. How could you honestly say no?
Got it.
30% spell lifesteal. I do like the AoE Shadow Strike. I'm always a fan. Lincoln's pop. Looked for the Rod of Atos. Pain able to walk away off that one. An anti-mage over towards top, trying to take this tier 3. They need to get in his face somehow. They throw the shards. He still is blink. There it is, avoiding the Rod of Atos again. Radiant's finally finished off for this Life Stealer. And all of a sudden, over bottom, Abyssal Blade on the Timber again. We'll have Mana Void. I also have the Rod of Atos coming in. That's coming through from the Tidehunter, and he's silenced from the Queen of Pain. And they get the kill.
Dire's top shrine
He's
is
down
under
to 6
attack.
Bloodstone charges. Three smokes picked up here for the Warlock. Not a mechanic we've seen in this game just yet. So 10,000 net worth lead for the Radiant side as is slowly becoming just into their favor throughout the game, and we'll have to see
Dire's bottom shrine
how they
is
maybe
under
look to
attack.
close out this game.
I'll take that as tribute.
Dire's bottom
Tier
tower
1 does
is
end
under
up dropping
attack.
for
Dire's
them.
bottom tower has fallen.
For the Dire, with Tide pushing and Timber trying to
Dire's
hold this
bottom
up.
shrine has
Infested
fallen.
is this Jug. I don't know if that's the spot you want to be in. You probably want to TP over towards bottom, but now the Abyssal Blade finds him, and he's gone. Lifestealer's going to be next to follow. I don't know if Lifestealer can really get out of this, and Anti-Mage blinks forward. Miss. Radiant's keeping him alive. They're without this Jug for 60 seconds. That is not good, and Timber is dead as well. Most likely, if he can't get out of this one.
Dire's top tower
There's a lot of Atos. Bramble Maze on top. Curse Crown stuns him, and there it is. Tier 2 should go. Anti-Mage pushing the top set of racks. That should go as well. And oh boy, Blink, Abyssal, Rod of Atos. Does keep Dazzle alive, and the Snowball does come over. Anti-Mage able to make it out. If they get on the Blink with the Walrus Punch, maybe they get the kill, but he doesn't have the Walrus Punch. It's on cooldown for another 13 seconds. While all that's happening, it's time for the Tier 3 bottom to go down. Radiant pushing there as well. Anti-Mage making space for the rest of his team. They have Ravage and Chaotic Offering ready to throw with Ags on its way. So he probably wants to hold the Chaotic Offering as long as possible. Get that second golem out there, and as I say that, there it is. That's going to be the Chaotic Offering with the Ravage. Nobody ends up dying just yet for the Dire. They finally lose the Lifestealer. Omnislash flies through, not really doing a lot of damage, but they end up killing the Warlock. So it's a 1-for-1 trade at the moment. Buyback from the Lifestealer. Darko trying to get away. Now Orchid onto the Jug. Tide moving forward, but he doesn't really have that Ravage to play with. And with no mana, Timbersaw can't really be that bouncy hero that he wants to be. Tusk comes forward, Snowball to save him, and now they get the kill onto the Tide. We'll trade the life for the Tusk, bash out onto the Lifestealer. Here comes the Jug, kills off the Anti-Mage, dead for 90 seconds. Curse Crown stuns up too. Darkwood trying to get away, but there's the Rod of Atos. Bedlam will only do so much against 3 heroes. And all of a sudden, 4 heroes gone on the Radiant side, but they do in fact abide.
is under attack.
Almost down to Mega Creeps is this Dire team. So 18,000 net worth, and you can pull it back a little bit if you're able to force some buybacks. And they're not going to force it out of the war, but there are a couple heroes dead here for over 20 seconds that might buy back if they feel pressured. Now, obviously, you don't have to feel pressured in this spot because of the fact that you almost have Mega Creeps. Sonic Wave is used. No Ags there for the Quap. But the people on top of it. Now Warlock in a lot of trouble. I don't know if he wants to be doing that. 4 heroes alive. 5 for the Dire. The Lifestealer's not here. He's not here, and he's not coming. He's not coming. He's AFK. He's AFK in the well, and now Timber in a lot of trouble. Shallow Grave, Curse Crown. You gotta get away, Dazzle. Doesn't get stunned. The Gush does hit. Silenced up. Ghost Scepter, and that is Timber dead again. Didn't have the Lifestealer for most of that fight. Jug drops on top of that, and I believe that was... I don't even know where that was. Anti-Mage who caught the kill over bottom. He's going for more on the Tusk. Snowball. Dazzle dead. Buyback from the Timber. Dazzle has buyback. They didn't force any buybacks, but the buyout comes from this Anti-Mage as well. Yeah, Dark Blow does. Oh, Rod of Atos, Anti-Mage. Abyssal, though. Can it keep him alive? There's the Walrus punching. Omni Slash on top with the Manta. Half health. Trying to run. Gets back involved and now bashed up with the Chaotic Offering. Lifestealer gone. Bedlam on the Jug who just bought back. I mean, Lifestealer, he's gone for 85 seconds. No buyback. Buyback timer down to 5 minutes. Goes Sector used and Yules. Doesn't actually help him stay away from that Curse Crown. Rod of Atos on top of that Terrorized Throne, but not going to matter. Down goes the TB. Tusk should follow, as he will with the Ravage coming out, hitting on Dazzle too, and Bedlam comes through, and Shallow Grave will only do so much. The Mana Void hits, and Anti-Mage with the double kill. The GG is called, and this game is over. It's a full team wipe here for the Radiant, and they do, in fact, win.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's ancient is under attack.
Guess they're not GGing out.
Radiant victory.
Ancient Fall. So that's it. Game servers are overloading. That is the end of the game.